to Semper Sometimes with Benny. So this is just a random video, real quick. I just wanted to reach out and just talk to anybody out there who, listen, if you're 17, 18 years old, maybe a junior in high school, about to be a senior in high school, and you're trying to figure out what's next in life, take a step back for a second and just understand where you want to go. Try to make up some ideas. Because the reality of it is, man, at that 17, 18 years old, you're not going to know where you want to go. You know what I mean? You might have grown up and had some cool ideas, but reality of it is that, bro, there's people that are 40 some odd years old that are on their third or fourth career. So the idea that we expect people like you to, at 17 years old, know exactly what you want to be, and then you got your parents trying to be over here like, you're going to go to college for this and go to college for that. Why? And that's the thing, is I'm not saying be disrespectful, but really I'm just saying take a moment to take a moment to ask your parents that. I mean, have that sit down conversation with them. And then this isn't like a recruiting video or anything like that. This is literally just, hey, figure out what it is you want to do, because it's your life and you don't get a second chance at it. And I say that because, I'm a recruiter now for a college in New Jersey, and I have people coming in my office that are 25, 26, 30, all the way up to 78 years old. People that are like, yeah, I want to try this out. And it's like, well, what did you do before this? And they're like, oh, well, I have this degree, I have this degree, I have this degree. And it's like, wait, so you already dropped all this cake on these other degrees and it didn't work out? Nah. Well, then why'd you do that? Oh, well, somebody told me that I should. Who is that somebody? And it could be anybody. It could be a family member, a brother, a sister, a girlfriend. Literally all these influencers. And that's the problem, man, is that you're going to live life, and there's going to be people in your life that are going to always tell you what they think you should do. And now, mind you, sometimes it is coming from a place of love. You know what I mean? It's like your mom and dad don't want you to be, a degenerate, or they don't want you to, all these different things. But you know what it is, though? If you look at life and you look at parents and you look at people, a lot of times when people tell you, hey, you should go do this, it's that thing they didn't do. It's the thing that they thought they should have done. But again, it's like, but that's not you. I'm not you. This isn't your life. So what I would tell you is that if there's something in the back of your head, bring it to the front. Bring it to the front and think about that. I mean, and if you're spiritual, if you believe in God or, whatever, if you believe in, God like I do, ask him. You know what I mean? Like, hey, God, what is your plan for me? What do you want me to do? If you're not, then you just got to do some soul searching, and you got to figure out, like, hey, what is something that I love to do, that I can make a career out of, and, because you want to love it. You know what I mean? Like I like my job now, but I don't love it. I don't love it like I did when I was on recruiting duty for the Marine Corps. Which is why I started this podcast, because I was like, you know what, I want to do something that I love to do. And really, really all I'm talking about to these people is, and this can go to any age, right? But I feel like these are the conversations that people aren't having with the younger generation of people, because at 17, 18 years old, you're literally told, hey, go figure out what you want to do with the rest of your life right now. And that's messed up. It's really messed up, because why do I like my whole life? I didn't know what I wanted to do 4 years ago. I'm a high school senior right now, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you're like, hey, you better know what you want to do for the rest of forever. And that's like, it's not possible, because like my own sister, my sister's, she went to college for, I think, business or some shit, and she hates her job. She can't stand her job, and all I ever hear and all I ever see on Facebook is, oh my God, I hate my job. Bro, you picked it. You're the one who chose to do that job. And that's the thing, is that that's why, here comes the recruiting point, that's why I try to explain to people, like, for instance, my sister spent all this money on a job she don't like. She went to school, all this time and money on a job she don't like, right? But now, if you're somebody who's in the Marine Corps or in the military, not the Marine Corps, I'm not going to just say the Marine Corps, but if you join the military and you go to college while you're in school and you get your degree for free, And then you get out and you go do this job in that degree field, and you realize, bro, I don't like that shit. Guess what? You can use your GI Bill to go get another job. Use your GI Bill to go do a trade. You use your GI Bill to do some other shit. So by the time you're 22, you've already lived life. You've already been out there in the world. You've already done different things. You've already been a part of leadership. You've already been doing different things. And you've gone to college for free. You've gotten all these different skills. And you're not just some 22-year-old dude who, like, I'm going to be real. So the other night, I was chilling with my boy. And this is no disrespect, but I'm not going to say no names. But I just, in my head, I was laughing. And I really wanted to say some shit. But I was like, you know what? I'm at your house. I'm going to be respectful. And because I wanted to dog the shit out of these dudes. But, you know, my boy, he's a sergeant in the Marine Corps, been in 8 years. He's out there living his life. You know, he's traveled the world many times. He's going around, you know, different deployments, different things. You know, he's got money in the bank account. He's going to school. He's doing all these things. And meanwhile, he comes home to Freehold Borough, and his boys they were like, he asked his friend, he said, yo, when was the last time you and your mom got into an argument? And the kid goes, this morning, yo. My mom did my laundry and she shrunk my shirt. And I'm like, why the fuck is your mother still doing your laundry, first of all? And it's to me, it's insane. But my thing is that there's people out there who you're never gonna, by the time you're 30, it's like that's when you're finally starting to grow up. You know, but now mind you, really what I'm just trying to say is that, you know, a lot of people have, you know, oh, the military is just for stupid people. Okay, you're out of your bird. Or, oh, the military is just for people who don't know what they want to do. Okay, you do? You know exactly what you want to do? Because if you did, then why did you change your career field like 4 times? Like, come on. Like, yo, maximize on it. Capitalize on it. Like, bro, that's what I'm saying. Is that it's just messed up that at 17, 18 years old, you're told, hey, you are going to do one of the two. And you're going to go work or you're going to go to college. And now, mind you, I'm not saying it's wrong because it has to happen. I mean, you got to go live a life and go do things. It's time to get your ass on. But the expectation that you should know exactly what you want to do immediately is bullshit. Now, mind you, my next thing is this. Why are you going to go to school for first of all, I'm going to backtrack. Some of you that are listening to this video, I want you to take a second to just really think about some shit, all right? And yo, I'm sorry. It's just mad weird that the camera on the iPad isn't right in the middle. It's on the left, so it's annoying as fuck. So if my eyes are like all over the place, that's why. But you know, it's annoying to me that you'll sit here. I'll sit down with kids when I was a recruiter, and I'll ask you, "Hey, man, did you like school?" You'll be like, "No, bro, I hated school." So you didn't like going to school? No, I hated it. It was the worst thing I ever did. I never liked it. Yo, this Starbucks drink my boy Murphy put me on. But nah, you sit here and you be like, "Nah, bro, I hate going to school." Oh, okay. So what are you gonna do when you graduate? Oh, I'm gonna go to college. Wait, hold on. So you hated doing something for free, and now you're gonna go and pay to do what you hated? Oh yeah, because I need to. Why? Who told you that? And that's the thing, is that a lot of these people who tell you they need to are people who aren't even successful. Like, for instance, the job that I have, right? The job that I have, I'm the only person at my job that didn't go pay 80 some odd grand for a degree in business/sales. I don't have a degree. I literally got the same job, got the same starting salary or higher, and I don't have a degree. And that's the thing, is that like when people are out there, you know, talking about, oh, I'm going to go get a business degree. For what? Why do you need that? Oh, you know, it's versatile. Okay. But why are you paying for it? Like, my thing is, and I said this when I was recruiting, why would you ever pay for something that you can get for free? Oh, well, bro, come on, man. you joining the Marine Corps isn't for free. You know, okay, no shit. I get it. You got to go do things. You got to go deploy. Maybe you're going to be, working, like a dog or whatever. I get it. So it's not free, but it's like, bro, it's 4 years of your life where you're gaining tangible and intangible skills. You know what I mean? And you hear all these horrible stories, bro. I'll never say my bad for the dog. Yo, here's a random thing, just so you guys know. A lot of people have had, some things to say about my dog in the background. I apologize. But just so you guys know, he's a shelter dog. And if he's not in the room with me, he will whine and cry and whine and cry. And he has very bad separation anxiety. So he's a part of the show as much as I am. So get over it. I apologize. But what I'm really trying to just say is just do something that you want to do. And if you don't know what that is, then why would you go pay money to do something you don't know you want to do? It's just, to me, it's a common sense factor. And a lot of people won't even look at the military. And again, it's not just the Marine Corps, it's the military. A lot of people won't even look at the military because, oh, well, I've heard this, and the third. Bro, everybody and anybody's going to have a negative thing to say about something. So just take a second to look at it and say, you know what? Maybe this is something that I could gain something from. Go find the recruiter. Again, I'm not talking either branch, but just go find the recruiter and just talk to him and get an understanding. Because I don't know how many times I've met, even as a civilian. Like the other day, I was walking around with my Semper Sometimes t-shirt in Maryland, and this guy came up to me and he's like, "Hey man, are you a Marine?" And I was like, "I am." And he was like, "Oh, dude, 40 years old, and I've always thought about it. It's something that I always regret." And that's fucking garbage, bro. Like, that's fucking garbage. The idea that you're going to spend the rest of your entire life regretting something because somebody told you shouldn't do it, or maybe it was you decided, but it's like, why? Like, why do that? Why not just take the time to say, you know what? Let me go in there, let me learn about the opportunity, and then let me make a decision. And then if you make a decision, don't regret it because you made the decision. There's no reason to regret it. But at least get the understanding of, okay, you know what? I didn't do it because of this, but don't not do it because of somebody else. Don't be that person who's like, oh, well, my mom told me, oh, my dad told me. Like, no, bro, just get the understanding of it. Now, mind you, if you're 17 years old, very different story. But guess what? As soon as you turn 18, bro, and that's the other thing, bro. I've had some people literally tell me that, yeah, I get it. When I turn 18, I could do it, but I can't. Well, okay, well, why can't you? Well, but my parents are going to disown me. Guess what, bro? I got a barracks room for you. You won't even need to worry about it. But the idea is for the parents, if you are listening to this, bro, if you say some shit to your kid like that, that's fucked up. Bro, what's the point? You didn't have children to literally have them live your life. You had kids because, first of all, that's what we do. We got to have a population. And you had kids because you wanted to have kids, right? Unless you did, weren't paying attention and you did what you got to do. But my point is that you can't expect these kids to live your life because it's not your life. If they want to go serve their country, then let them go serve their country. If they want to join the military to be an aviation mechanic or whatever it is, then go sit down with them and actually learn about it. Because that's the other thing too. Is, bro, I had so many parents sit down with a kid. And they would be like this. And I'd be like, "Ma'am, is everything okay? Is there a reason why you I don't want to say why you look like that, but I'd be like, what's going on?" I see the face of disgust. "Oh, well, I'm here to support my son." No, you're not. That's not support at all. Actually, no. It's very, very obvious that you don't agree with what's going on here and that you don't want to be here. My thing is that if you're about to be 18 and this is a decision that you've already made in your heart, because some people join, and that wasn't me, but there's people who literally from age 5 are like, "Bro, I'm going to be a Marine." Like, it's instilled in them their entire lifetime. And then all of a sudden, mom and dad are like, "No, you're not." And then all of a sudden, dude's walking in the office at 27 years old. Like, finally, I'm going to realize that it's my life. And this is reality. I've had people who literally joined the Marine Corps at fucking 28, 29 years old, and when you ask them, why didn't you join 10 years ago? The answer literally is, my mom told me no. And I'm like, bro, that's crazy. And again, it's not me saying be disrespectful to them. You know what I mean? Because like I grew up with a family who really didn't give a fuck what I was gonna do. You know, like my dad was like, yeah. When I told him I was running the Marine Corps, yeah. You know, do I wish maybe he had asked me like why? Maybe he had talked to me about why. Yeah, that would have been cool. But he didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So I don't know how it feels to be the other way. But my point is that even if your parents do give a shit, and even if you're a parent and you're saying, hey, I want to talk about it, then talk about it. Have an educational decision about it. Don't just be like, nah, you're good. No, you're not doing that. Oh, if you do it, I'm going to never talk to you again. I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, just be understanding about it, you know? And that's it. You know, that's really all I'm trying to get at. And, you know, this episode, I was supposed to, excuse me, I was supposed to do another episode with somebody else and they couldn't hop on. So I was like, you know what? Let me just do a random video about, you know, just being you. You know what I mean? Because that's a problem. You know, a lot of people live lives that aren't theirs. And it's like, who are you trying to impress? Because, and I've caught myself there. You know what I mean? I've caught myself in life where I'm like, you know, I want to do this, I want to do that. And it's like, well, is it for you or is it for how you look? And I've gotten caught up in that. I mean, but really what I wanted to explain to you is just, if you're a young man or woman right now, and you're younger and you're looking at life and you're like, what am I going to do with the rest of forever? You don't have to have that answer right now because it's going to change. That answer is going to change. But in my personal opinion, which means nothing to anybody, the military is a phenomenal way to start. You mean a stepping stone, if you will, an elevator to success. There's a bunch of ways you can look at it. But, dude, where else are you going to go and work on aviation at the age of 18 years old and be able to get out of the Marine Corps at 22 and go work for Lockheed Martin? You're not doing that at college. You're not. And if you are, you're dropping some crazy amount of money on a degree from Embry-Riddle that costs like $150K, and then you're hoping to get out and do this shit. It's like, bro, you got dudes who are freaking, you know, building nuclear weapons in the military at 18 years old. It's like, but yeah, you're right. You should definitely go work at Chick-fil-A. Now, I'm not saying they're not a great place, but my point of the being is, like, you know, the other day, there was this chick a couple of years ago. Me and my boy Mo were recruiting, and I went up to her, started talking to her. First of all, she thought I was hitting on her, and I was like, no, I'm just doing my job. But you know, I came up to her, started talking to her, and I was like, oh, you know, have you ever thought about it? This, and the third. No, that's not for me. I already have my goals. I already have my plans. And starts getting mad freaking aggy. And mind you, this is 4 years later, and she still works at the same Staples. And it's like, what are you doing? And I'm not, mind you, I'm not knocking the grind, but the amount of work that you are putting in for a job that maybe gives you $12, $13 an hour compared to what you could have been doing somewhere else, it's freaking crazy. And that's the thing, is people are like, oh, well, the military makes no money. Bro, the amount of money that you make, if you really look at it and you really actually think, okay, I'm going to put money down, because there's two different types of people. There's people who join the military, again, any branch, and they get out and they say this. And I used to sit down with kids and ask them, hey, what is your plan? Because there's people who will join the Marine Corps and literally say, I'm only going to do 4 years. And the reason why I'm only going to do 4 years is because it's going to be a stepping stone. I'm going to save as much money as I can, and then I'm going to take that money and I'm going to put it into business. And then people save all of their money and they just put it away. And they don't go out and buy extravagant things. Like, what the fuck do you need a car? Please explain to me. What do you need a car for when you're on active duty in the Marine Corps? 9 times out of 10, you don't got enough time to be going out on long weekends. And even if you do, all 3 of your boys, you guys could just pitch in to go rent a car. So for you to literally pay money for a car that's just going to sit there at the barracks and you're not really going to go spending time with it, why? Uber. Save that money on the car insurance, and just save everything you can save, so that once you're done with your 4 years, you've got money stacked up. And then what you do is you get out of the Marine Corps and You either go find your own spot or you move back with your parents. And what you do is you use your GI Bill and then you get paid whatever amount of money it is for whatever school you're going to. And then you stack that up. And now by the time you're 26 years old, you freaking have enough money for your own first house and you're doing other things. Or you should just go be the normal 26-year-old dude who parties all the time and has absolutely nothing and is still driving a 1990 Honda Civic that he think is cool, but it ain't. And like, which one is it? You know what I mean? Like, I'm 30 years old, and I had my first house when I was 22 years old. Nobody else that I know had that. They were still living at home with mommy and daddy, still freaking, putting blow up their nose, still smoking pot every day. And, maybe they had great jobs, but guess what? They paid $100,000 to go to some bullshit college to then make the money back to become successful. Like, how does that make sense? Why would you go into a negative to go into a positive? Oh, well, because you have to. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't at all. So, right now, again, I'm not saying the Marine Corps is for everybody. I'm not saying the military is for everybody. I'm just simply saying that there's something out there for you, and if you don't take the time to look for it and you just fall into the trap of, oh, I'm going to go to school because my parents told me that I had to go to school, then don't complain about it later on. Don't complain about you made a decision. Same thing with people who join the Marine Corps and complain about it later on. Oh, my recruiter told me this. Bro, shut the fuck up. You can do your own research, and now, mind you, should you trust your recruiter? 100%, because he should be an upstanding person who's going to tell you the truth. You know what I mean? But you also got to understand that this dude can't unpack 4 years of your life for you. He has no idea what's going to happen. He doesn't know what command you're going to go to. He doesn't know any of those things. So all I'm trying to say is, as a grown-ass adult, you're going to make a decision to either join the military, not join the military, go to college, not go to college, whatever it is you're going to do. You might even go out there and become a freaking crackhead. You know what I mean? And the reality of it is that it's your choice and nobody else's. You're the one who decided to put the pen to paper. You're the one who decided to do all those things. So stop complaining about, oh, well, my mom said this. Bro, who cares? It doesn't matter what your mom said because you're a grown-ass man and you're the one that made the decision. So right now, if you're contemplating what the hell am I going to do with the rest of my life, start really thinking about it. Go sit down with every recruiter. Go sit down, with people and ask them, hey, why did you do that? And find out from them. Do you really love your job? Go ask people questions and learn from them. Because a lot of times we find that people really don't like their jobs and they don't like who they are. And it literally was just because they followed somebody else's dream and not their own. And then they spend the rest of their life regretting what they did. And it's freaking garbage. That shit sucks. Like, watching my sister literally talk every day about how much she can't stand her job and how much she hates her life. It's like, bro, that's fucking... It's fucking sad, dude. It's extremely sad because I love my life. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like the job that I have right now, do I really want it? Do I love it? No. But I have my goal for next year. My goal is to return the recruiting duty, and if it all works out, I'll make a video about that. But just don't do some because those of you who have kids, like. You're showing your kids that, hey, I got a job to do something that I never wanted to do. And I get it. You got to support them. You got to take care of them. But you're just showing your children that, hey, you're going to go do something for the rest of your entire life that you don't like to do. What kind of way is that to live? What kind of way is it to live when you come home every day and complain about your life? Every day. Oh, my God, my life sucks. Oh, my God, please, somebody help me. It's like, dude, be happy about something. Like, love your life because you have one, first of all. But, I don't know, just love what you do, man. And that's it. If you're listening to this and you don't know what you want to do, just think about what it is you want to do. That's stupid. Or is it? Hey, this started off with me wanting to just go for 5 minutes. But if you know anything about me, that'll never happen. So, without further ado, that doesn't even make sense. But thank you for listening to this and drop something in the comments, spark a little bit of conversation. And, maybe you think the complete opposite of how I do, and that's fine. And we can, do an episode about that, go live. I don't care. I've never gone live on YouTube. I kind of want to do that with somebody. I don't know who, but I'm so down. Or if you guys have questions about things and I go live and you want to have a conversation about it. Still learning how all this shit works out, but thanks for tuning in and adios.